Hello, friend. I'm your host, Alicia Carrasco. I'm an entrepreneur, author, wife, and mom of two, and I'm so excited to get this 20-day challenge started. If this is the very first episode that you are listening to and you're wondering what the 20-day challenge is, just hang with me and I'll explain in just a little bit. First, I'd like to take a moment to connect with you by doing a short visualization exercise together. So let's have a deep breath and just imagine with me. And if you can close your eyes. If not, just imagine in your head. Imagine for a moment that you are able to live a life in which you have everything that you have always wanted, a life in which every morning when you wake up, you feel a tremendous urge to leap out of bed and get on with doing everything that you plan your day to do because it fills you with excitement, passion, and also motivation. A life where you feel that there are no worries, stress, or obligations. A life that fills you with energy. One life that makes you feel more alive, more capable, and happier day after day. Because you have perfected the art of making smart decisions that are in line with who you are inside you and what your purpose here on earth is. A life where you feel that everything happens exactly as it should. And imagine feeling such self confidence that you are able to achieve everything that you set your mind to, including your most fantastic dreams and crazy dreams. Imagine that you are able of achieving this with the tools that you have already inside you. Wouldn't it be amazing? Being able to live a life that feels just perfect for you. I know, maybe you are like, okay, Alicia, that sounds perfect and amazing, but let's get real for a second. Life is complicated and I have to deal with problems every single day. And I have a job that even I don't like it, I have to keep it in order to pay the bills every month. And I also have a family, I have a kids, I have to take care of my family. So, you know what? Everything that you just said, it really looks like fantasy to be able to live a life that way. I don't know. It feels for me that it's like kind of a children's tale or something. Maybe you're thinking this right now, and I get it. I know. I actually used to think that way as well. For a long time, I really thought that life was kind of a succession of random events that you cannot control at all, and that it didn't really matter if you made plans because there will always be unexpected events that could happen and throw everything away. So I used to think that life was actually happening to me, and I was living kind of in a victim mindset for years, like yeah, until 20 years ago. That's how I was living my life. I was just reacting to my environment, and I was living on autopilot. So if these thoughts resonate with you because you are actually having them right now, it's okay because it is what it is. It's your mind trying to keep you safe. And it's its job to do so. Your mind wants you to survive. And whenever you'd like to make a change in your life, you will always have to deal with this inner conversation with your mind and your thoughts that want to prevent you from failure, uncertainty, risk, right? Your mind actually loves you to go on autopilot and it loves the status quo. But this is the thing. At least this is what I found out in all these years of personal transformation and, being on the path of self discovery myself, is that if you really want to advance in your life and intentionally transform yourself and your life around you, you have to build the muscle of questioning those rooted and subconscious thoughts that want you to keep living and acting in the status quo. And when you start on this journey of personal growth and you commit to evolve and unlock the best version of yourself, you become a paradigm shifter and you get used to rewire and train your brain to think differently and in a more empowering way to embody your purpose here on earth and impact at the same time the rest of the people that it's around you. So the question that comes later is like, how do you really start on this journey of self-discovery? So it's simple. You just start by taking the first small step in that direction. And you already did it today by listening to this episode. And the next step that I propose to get you started on this journey of self transformation is committing for just 20 days to this challenge together and listening to the corresponding episode or watching the video and allocating 3 to 5 minutes of your day to journaling. So, this is my challenge for you to stick out for these 20 days, day after day, listening to the corresponding episode while you're, I don't know, having your morning walk, or maybe you are in the shower, I don't know, or maybe you are commuting or you're doing your chores at home, whatever the best time for you is. And then just commit to do the journaling reflection exercise for 3 to 5 minutes. It's not that much, but it can really change your life and it can change the perspective on yourself and what is it that you want to do next and who you want to be. It's going to help you connect with your future self. So you are what you continuously do. That's what I learned through all these years of personal transformation is that it doesn't work if you don't commit to something like you make it a habit in your life because you are that. You are what you continuously do day after day, minute after minute. So your habits and your routines, they create the quality of your life. And by building, in this case, with this 20 days, 20-day challenge, this 20 days together, by building this habit of journaling daily, you will get a whole new perspective on who you are and what is it that you really want to achieve in your life and how to balance it all to have a life that really feels perfect for you. And when journaling, there is no right or wrong way of doing it. The most amazing thing about journaling is actually that it's just for you. And you don't even have to go back and reread it if you don't want to. The purpose of journaling is not to show it to others or to be like well written down or whatever. No, it's just a tool for you to use. It's a tool for you, for yourself, to let your emotions and thoughts that fill your mind to get out in the shape of words in paper. And personally, I'm going to share right now my personal story with journaling. Journaling has helped me in every step of my personal development journey. And it gave me the confidence that I needed back in 2015 to leave my job as an English teacher. It was a safe job. It was like the perfect job, an English teacher in Spain. And I decided to quit that job. It was after doing a lot of journaling. And shortly after, it also helped me start my entrepreneurial journey with my husband, Mark. And that led us to move to another continent with just 5 suitcases, which was like crazy right now. When we think about it, it's like, wow, we did that. But that's the power of journaling because you start creating, doing a visualization, and you are putting in words what is it that you really want for your life and for yourself. What's the best version of yourself? And you, when you start doing the journaling, it everything becomes like real. Journaling also helped me to keep my insecurities and fears at bay when Mark and I decided to take the leap and create an online film music education school, which is called Cinematic Composing, that actually had 7 figures turnover in less than 2 years. And right now, it's more than 20,000 students, and it's growing. At that time, when we thought about that, it sounded crazy and impossible. But that's the power of journaling. When you really do the journaling and you commit to it, it's really, really powerful. But because it becomes that blueprint for yourself and what is it that you want to achieve in your life. And the most recent experience that I had with my journaling was that it really helped me. It was the tool that helped me during my postpartum depression after my second baby in 2019. It really helped me to understand that I had to do something different in my life, something else, and I didn't know what it was. And that journaling reflections day after day and meditating and going inwards, that led me to start like do my training as a yoga teacher. And it also helped me to understand that my answer was I needed to write a book. That's the book over there. But that was a result of doing my journaling work. And it also brought me today to create this podcast to empower others by sharing my humble and personal experiences in their self discovery journey. So I just wanted to share my personal experience with journaling because I think it's incredible all you can achieve. I know that firsthand. If you give yourself permission to express yourself honestly, your most fantastic dreams and inner desires, everything that you are able to talk honestly to yourself, journaling really helps you do so. And it will really guide you to uncover that golden gem that you are within. All of us are unique and we have that golden gem, but it's hidden. We have layers and layers and responsibilities and roles that we have to play in our lives. And that gem is, hidden inside us. So journaling is that exercise that will guide you and help you uncover and peel off those layers to kind of rediscover who you are within you. So this is my challenge for you. And as today is day one of this 20-day challenge, I'm going to leave you right now with an exercise to do in your journal. So this is journaling day one exercise. So for this exercise, I want you to close your eyes for a few minutes and imagine what your ideal day would look like. And while you do so, that's super important. Disconnect yourself from your current life or circumstances. It doesn't matter the present right now. Just imagine wildly and freely future in the future. What would you be doing? Where would you be living? How's your house? What activities did you do? What's your career? What kind of relationships do you have? Keep going with those questions. You can start with these ones and it's more than enough, but you can also add more questions that come to your mind while you're doing the journaling reflection. But just like imagine that, do that exercise of like disconnecting yourself from the present moment and think and imagine, give yourself permission to imagine freely and widely how your life would look like, your perfect life, right? And then once you finish that, open your eyes and then take 3 to 5 minutes to describe it in your journal. Einstein once said that imagination is more important than knowledge. And it's so true because once you let your imagination run wild and you commit to go in that direction, you start finding ways to make it happen. Even if, right now, you don't really know how to start. And actually, if you don't know how to start, that's a good sign that you're going in the right direction. That's all for today. Thank you so much for listening. And if you like this episode, please rate, subscribe, or share with a friend. I hope you enjoyed this day one of our 20-day challenge together and see you in the next one.